Hey everybody, this is Shawn Harwell. You're listening once again to the Never Heard of It podcast where we talk about the movies that have slipped through the cracks. Although today, doing mini episodes, episode 49.5. Isn't that fun? Joined today, as always, by my cohort and champion of life. Tell us who you are. Well, I forget your name already.
I'm your life coach, Craig Moorhead. And I got to say, I saw some real improvement in you this week. I'm really proud. Yeah. You're really coming
We're climbing the ladder.
Yeah.
Craig, speaking of improvement, how was your Independence Day?
Ooh, man, I walked in a parade.
You really?
And I went to not one, but two different sort of July 4th parties, kind of.
Wow.
I'd like to say it was typical, and that is how I usually run my life, just parades and parties. But it's not. It was unusual, and it was a good day. It was a hot day. How was your day, Shawn?
It was good. It wasn't quite as hot where I was, which was nice and one of the nice things about it. And I feel like I ate more watermelon in the past 2-3 days. I mean, July 5th was a big watermelon day for me as well. I don't limit myself to the 4th. So I don't know. It's good. I need to eat it more often than just 2 days out of the year, I think.
Agreed. But Shawn, it does go bad. So
that's true.
When you get it, eat it quickly. That's all I'm saying.
It doesn't go bad.
What's that?
Our website.
Oh, nice.
Which is neverheardpodcast.com. If you go over there, if you haven't already, you should. It's kind of a neat little place to look around. You can see all the movies that we've talked about there in one nice, neat package. You can find everything you want to listen to, including the mini episodes as well. And you got links to all of our social mountains to climb. And speaking of, we're pretty excited because we're going to have some more stuff coming to you guys. I think, at least on Facebook, if not elsewhere, we're going to figure that out a little bit. But Damien Leahy, who has been on our show before, filmmaker and screenwriter and actor. What did we talk about? Shadows in the Palace. Is that the name of that movie?
Yes.
Korean movie?
Shadows
really cool, creepy Korean movie. One of our earlier episodes. Yeah, he's going to do some contributing, some writing, and some analysis of some movies that I had never heard of, at least the initial batch that he presented to us, and I couldn't be more excited to read what he has to offer. So we're super psyched to have him doing that for us. And definitely keep your eyes peeled on that. If you haven't visited the Facebook page too much, now's the time. Go like it so it'll show up in your feed when Damien's dropping his brilliance and knowledge.
Agreed.
Craig, I think we got one more piece of business before we move on.
Housekeeping.
Well, kind of.
Okay.
There's a bag on the floor, and I think it's filled with some brags. It's a brag bag, Craig.
Oh, the brag bag.
Yeah, you need to tell us about this story that you just published in the Literary Hatchet, because I've downloaded it and I haven't read it yet, like any good friend. But I'm really excited to do it, and I was not aware of this online magazine, so why don't you tell people what you did, because it sounds really cool.
Well, thank you. I will. And that is, incidentally, that's exactly how I would have conducted myself.
Yeah.
Because I am not quick to jump on anything, and I thank the people who have so far. But anyway, so I wrote this story called A Keen Eye a while back, and I just submitted it around. The idea being that I was going to write a bunch of stuff, which I now have, and submit a bunch of stuff around and try and get some stuff published. Anyway.
Super cool.
One such place that was kind enough to publish this, there's a pretty young magazine called The Literary Hatchet, which seemed like it kind of fit because my story was somewhat spooky and certainly dark, if somewhat goofy, like myself.
Exactly.
And but yes, I submitted it to them, and they accepted it for publication, which is wonderful. It's in issue number 17, which is out now. If you go to their website, which I believe is literaryhatchet.com, you can download it for free. They will ask you for your name and email address so that you can be on their newsletter, as they are sort of a growing business. But you can download it and read it, and please enjoy.
It's a really nice looking website, by the way.
It is, yeah.
I can only assume they do print versions of the magazine as well, which I noticed you could buy if that's what you're into.
They do.
But, it looks like a really cool thing they put together. A bunch of stories. I think there's some poetry, some art, and God knows maybe some blood. I don't know what else is in there. But
it's all the ink is actually human blood.
Okay, there you go. That explains the title of Literary Hatchet,
Yeah.
Which is a good one. Let's spill some blood on the TV screen, Craig.
Nice. All right.
There's going to be blood in this, all right? We've talked about this before. Could not be more excited by the fact that the Coen brothers are directing a TV miniseries soon. That's a Western of sorts, and we had a title, The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, and now the film stage, at least, is reporting, and probably, I'm not sure if they're sourcing someone else. Anyway, we have a breakdown of what looks to be the 6, and I think they're going to be half an hour long, I'm not sure, pieces of this puzzle that they're doing. And I thought I would just blast through the quick descriptions, because, man, they sound cool. The first one is about a singing cowboy. There you go.
Like it.
Second one is about a high plains drifter whose own fecklessness dogs his attempts at a bank robbery and cattle driving. Perfect Coen brothers kind of thing.
Yeah.
The third is about an actor and impresario of a traveling show.
Absolutely.
Number 4, All Gold Canyon. About a prospector who happily finds a gold seam, which I didn't even know that's what you call a place where you find gold. A seam, Craig. S-E-A-M.
Fair enough.
And then unhappily finds an evil encroacher. Love that. The fifth is, yeah, I know, especially if it's gold.
Yeah.
That's what leprechauns have had to fight the good fight for all these years
about it.
of encroachers. The fifth, 2 trail bosses on the Oregon Trail and a woman on the wagon train who needs the help of one of them and who might be a marriage prospect for the other. Sounds like a good love triangle. Last
Absolutely.
one, 5 very different passengers on a stagecoach of mysterious destination. Boom.
Love it.
Question for you.
Okay.
How many of the 6 do you think Steve Buscemi will die in?
I mean, I'd be surprised if it wasn't every single one of them.
Right, I hope so.
That's what I'm tuning in for.
Yeah, I don't. For the record, I don't know if he's going to be in it. I can just only assume based upon history.
Yeah.
So I don't remember if there's a network even attached to this yet. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. Just give it to me. I'm ready to watch.
All right.
Craig.
Yeah.
John Carpenters making TV too. Did you
I'm
know that?
glad. These are a couple of my favorite people making TV now.
Are you familiar with Nightside? Which
No.
I think is okay. So that's a series of books that he didn't write. That I think the guys that created the TV version of Scream. Which, correct me if I'm wrong. Did you watch that?
I watched the first episode.
Okay, I feel like we talked about. Anyway, they're involved with that one, and then he's got another one on Sci-Fi based on a graphic novel, I think, of his own brain called Tales for a Halloween Night, which seems kind of fitting for John Carpenter, right?
Agreed.
Yeah, and that one's hitting the Sci-Fi Channel, so awesome. I would love, obviously, as I think you would, to see more John Carpenter movies.
Absolutely.
Anywhere. But
yeah.
if that's not happening, let's get him on TV.
And I would also recommend, oddly enough, the albums that he's put out.
Yeah, those are great. Yeah,
it's
fantastic.
It's like watching. It's like someone's watching a Carpenter movie in the next room. It's great.
How badly did you want to go see him in concert? I know he did a bunch of dates.
I wanted to see that real bad. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, like a year or two ago. Hit YouTube up for those videos because those looked pretty awesome too. That looked like a fun time.
Yeah.
Craig, you saw a trailer that I still don't know what this movie is, but tell me about it.
Okay. Well, as all the best horror movies do, Shawn, they really have to tap into that fear that you didn't even know you had a fear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And somehow they just kind of, no, you're afraid of this, and it does the thing with whatever. It's kind of like perfect example, the movies, the Leprechaun series. Anyway.
Sure. Or The Ring. I've never been afraid of a ring before.
Never, not really. What was, unless it could fit around your neck. I don't know. I don't know why you'd be afraid of it. Regardless. So there's a movie coming out, and I am... Let me just straighten up here, because I'm not actually going to make fun of this concept, because I am wholeheartedly behind it.
Okay,
I don't
good.
know. I mean, the movie looks... I don't know how to judge the movie from the trailer yet. But anyway, the movie is called Polaroid. And this is a movie, first of all, it will play on our own fears of being so old that...
that we know what Polaroid is?
That when teenagers in a movie now, they find a Polaroid camera, they're like, what is this?
Where's the screen?
Right. So anyway, they have a Polaroid camera. You take pictures with the Polaroid. Anyone you take a picture of is sort of somewhat cursed. Like you know, it has the element of, you know, the Ring.
Sure.
That things kind of have to have, or, you know, kind of a Final Destination type thing. You take a photo of somebody, they're cursed in some way, they end up dying horribly somehow. And, you know, there's the mystery. You got to figure out, you know, how it works. There's a bit in the trailer where they're like, well, let's just destroy the photo. And so a girl sets the photo on fire, but then she catches on fire. So it looks terribly exciting.
Did they reference or play the Outcast song? Even though that's dated at this point.
No,
too, right?
no. But I would hope that's at least over the credits.
Okay, good.
If anyone is listening out there, there's still time to change.
Oh yeah,
your,
music is
your cut.
always temp.
Yeah, but I'm still very much behind this kind of stuff. Even if it ends up being just a grade Z horror movie, I'm definitely a sucker for this. Final Destination, as I was talking about earlier, is great.
Does it appear? And I'll go watch the trailer, obviously, because that sounds pretty awesome too. Is there at any point where they use it as a weapon? Like, do the people actually know that this will happen, and so they're taking pictures of people that they might want to curse?
Boy, that's a good question.
Because that's my always thing with these. It was like, well, okay, like it seems like word would get out eventually, so you just don't take a picture of anybody that solves that problem, right?
Right.
Well, I guess if you curse somebody, then it's like, hey, you undo the curse kind of thing.
I don't feel like they totally got into that. Although, I mean, just messing around, I wonder what would happen if you took a photo of a photo.
Ooh.
Right. Well, you could curse the photo, and then once that photo's dead, then I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Copy machine would be a pretty good.
Ditto machine.
Yeah. Mimeograph.
But I'm up for that one. If anyone's listening, who made this? Weinstein Company. Send me some tickets. I'll talk more about it if you want me to.
Yeah, for sure. I saw another trailer that I believe you didn't see, and I'm pretty psyched about this one. This is In the Radiant City, the indie film from director Rachel Lambert, produced by Jeff Nichols. I think this played at least to a buyer in Toronto last year and is now making its way to theaters, and has Celia Weston, who is always a treat. And Mike Abbott is in the lead of this, and I think we both know him from school, from the drama program at School of the Arts, and all-around nice guy, fun guy, and boy, he's got like a really intense-looking, serious role here. This is the story of a man who testified against his brother, returns to his rural Kentucky hometown 20 years later to face his fractured family. Knowing that and then watching this trailer, it'll make total sense to you why Jeff Nichols is a producer. It very much looks in the vein of shotgun stories or Mud. And I'm really excited to see this one. I think we'll post a trailer, and it should be on people's radars. Yeah,
congratulations to Mr. Abbott.
Craig, that's about all I have, although I am kind of excited. I'm seeing it pop up that Dunkirk, the new Christopher Nolan movie, which I think is only like an hour and a half long. Like, praise be to God. I love it when that happens. Like these big movies, like Children of Men or something like this. That's actually under 2 hours. I think that's an achievement in and of itself. I loved that first teaser, and boy, it is playing in 70 millimeter in a ton of places. Seems like that might be the way to see this thing. If I think about it, we'll put up a link, but otherwise, if you're interested in seeing it in that format, which I've never seen, I don't think I saw Apocalypse Now, I believe, in 70. But anyway, I haven't in a long time. I missed out on the Tarantino screenings of Hateful Eight in 70 millimeters, so it seems like that'd be a fun thing to do, is check this one out in that presentation.
I agree. I would love that. I'm sure that maybe they'll show it around here
I think it's coming to DC, yeah, for sure. I don't know. Let's see. Silver Springs, Craig.
It's Silver Spring. Okay, let's talk about this. It's one spring.
Okay, what the list?
There aren't different springs. Sorry.
Silver Spoon, not Silver Spoons. Well, you can take it up with the people that made this list because it is definitely playing there at the AFI Theater in whichever of the springs.
It's one spring. Sorry.
Dang it. Craig, I think that's all I got for you this week.
Well, I think that's enough. I hope that everyone out there stays safe. And Shawn, please, last words.
Well, last words will be, so next time, obviously, if you're paying attention to numbers, this will be our episode 50.
Oh, man,
We've done more than 50 of these things. But yeah, this is our official episode 50.
You got to throw a big party.
Yeah, haven't quite settled on where the party is going to be. Probably Silver Springs, Missouri. Silver Springs, Missouri. And nor have we completely settled on which movie we're going to watch. But regardless, we love suggestions, so please make them. And we'll give you a little heads up on what we're going to watch. So you can come watch it too.
Oh, wait a second. I do have one more thing. I have a correction corner, which actually I should start doing it every time.
We need more than a corner though. I think we're going to need a whole room.
We're going to need a correction mansion. Because a few episodes ago, and I'm sure everyone remembers this, I used the word kerfuffle to describe something. I have no idea. But I did use the word kerfuffle. Now, for those of you who have a vocabulary, specifically an English vocabulary, you might know that there is no word. There's no
God, poppycock. Get out of here. That can't be true.
It's true. The word is kerfuffle. And
what did you say?
I said kerfluffle.
I like your version better, I got to say.
Well, so do I. I think it's a little better, right? And I believe, I should look this up before I'm totally wrong. Yeah. This was brought to my attention by listener Jim McNamee. Jim, thank you. Thank you for correcting me. I will never use the word kerfluffle again.
It's way too kerfluff to even think about it.
Indeed. Anyway.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next time. Full episode number 50.
Love you. Mean it.